introduce yourselves.
I'm Alyson Croft.
I'm Eric Sonderlin.
John J.J. Stovall.
Awesome. And what did all of you do on this fabulous project?
I wrote it in a minute.
And you starred in it.
I said a minute, yeah.
Oh, and you're in it. I thought you said in a minute.
I thought you said that too.
I was the camera operator. I guess I got thrown in the role of director. We had a skeleton crew.
Yes, we did.
Sound, which, we can get into, but...
He only has one hat on now, but he's wearing many hats usually.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm the editor.
Nice.
Yeah.
Talk skeleton crews. As indie filmmakers, I'm sure that is a lot of our lives. What was the crew like for this project?
So it was myself. We had our friend Josh helping out.
Josh, I didn't see you there. Hi. Okay.
He's hiding.
Oh, he's hiding right in front.
Where'd you sneak in?
All right.
On the first day, so, I was booming, setting up the camera. The second day, the second scenes outside, we had our friend Himes driving my minivan while I hung out the side door with the camera, with a lav on Alyson, and also on cell phone key light duty. Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 of us at any given time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trying to pull it off.
And you did. Well done.
Thank you.
So much so that you got the Programmer's Prize for exceptional filmmaking. What?
All right.
Just gonna say. And I would like to point this out. He is probably gonna hate me for doing this on camera, but I'm doing it. Jeff, who runs this amazing film festival, has made the Programmer's Prize because he was just like, I love it, and you get an award.
Oh my gosh.
So this is
awesome.
Jeff saying that he thinks you guys are amazing.
Oh,
so well
that's so
done.
nice.
Thank you, Jeff.
All 2
Thanks,
of you.
Jeff.
Well done.
That's great.
Also, I have to do this. I know that sound was an issue for us today, but I thought it was rather brave to make this very uncomfortable conversation have no music underneath of it. And we just got to live in the conversation. What was the process for you guys like that?
Well, we tried a bunch of different sound under it, and it was so distracting.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of like process of elimination, if you will. Like we had people take a stab at it, and we were like, And so we just chose not to kind of have anything.
Well, I kind of felt like while I was editing it, like, the acting was so good in it.
Thank you.
And Hunter's not here, but he did a great job as well.
Yeah, you
That music, I kind of felt like, there's so many emotions going back and forth, and I felt like one more, layer in there kind of would feel like we were trying to do too much in the storytelling process. Let's just let the moment sort of live on its own, And it takes a lot of twists and turns too, this conversation. And I just want to say, like, the sound issues during the projection, it was very heartbreaking, obviously, we might want to talk a little bit about what she said outside before she went in.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, the sound is it just goes to show how important sound is.
Right.
It may be more important than the picture. Like if the picture went out, we could probably still follow along, you know. But like when the sound goes out, it's a big issue.
Yeah.
So I worked on a film that went to Sundance one time, and they did the screening. They have the screening the night before for the crew, for all the volunteers, and that year they picked my movie.
Congratulations.
To watch, because they always want to watch the most like anticipated one, and it had all kinds of problems in that screening, in that volunteer screening, and the director was on the phone back to us in Santa Monica, screaming like this went out, that went out. So we had this. Just goes to show you, this happens at even the highest levels.
Yeah. And definitely for any of you filmmakers that are working in this indie space and you're thinking about which roles that you like, we probably don't need, sound is not the one to cut.
Yeah, that's right.
Script. Where did this come from?
A little bit of personal life experience stuff, and then also it's a really pervasive sort of this custody thing. that when people split up, it's a really pervasive thing that tears people apart and makes a relatively peaceful situation not peaceful.
Yeah.
And it brings out the ugliness in normally nice people, kind people.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So it's a little bit personal, a little bit of sprinkled around from other people that have going through it too. So I thought it was an important thing to kind of talk about in a gritty, real way.
One of the things I loved about this script was him just being completely and blatantly honest, saying, I don't actually care as long as you don't win.
Yeah.
And I think that happens a lot when
Yeah.
when you get pushed to that point of, I just want to win this argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, I loved it.
Thank you.
It was hard because they're
hard.
both kind of were good guys and bad guys at the
Yeah.
same time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes there is no real winner in a conversation.
There's never a winner. Nobody
Yeah.
wins in this thing. The kid certainly doesn't, and the kid is the one
Yeah.
that is the heart of the story.
He's just checked out. He's got his headphones on. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to hear.
So that's actually a question I wanted to ask about. In us seeing the kid, and it's for our moms and dads in the room, we all know that kid sees everything regardless of whether you think they do or not. And so what was the idea from you of going, we never hear from him, we just get to watch him live it?
Based on what I just said, is that's the piece that we're always fighting over, and we don't ever hear from him.
Yeah.
And he's like this beautiful muted thing that's soaking it all up, even though we don't think he is
Yeah.
when they are. The headphones, though, was I think that was your choice to put on the headphones.
Yeah.
Someone's suggestion about the headphones, like, can we put the kid in some headphones so he's not like totally just blatantly listening? And I'm
Right.
like, right, okay.
Yeah. I actually wondered how many kids have probably lived in that situation, headphones on with no sound,
Oh yeah. Right.
just so they look like they're not listening, but they're actually living it through it.
Hmm.
Yeah. 2-person crew. If you went back to yourself, what advice would you give you?
When Alyson talked about doing this script she had, I'm a first-time filmmaker in a sense. As a filmmaker, Alyson is a first-time filmmaker. She's a wonderful actor, and the most professional thing about it was Hunter and Alyson and their performance. And she's like, I want to make a film. I want to get into this. And she bought a camera, a nice one. And she's like, will you figure out how to use it? And I'm like, sure, because I'm interested in it too. And I'm a recording studio guy, music, and I was like, I want to get a boom mic and I want to get a little recorder. And so we just jumped in feet first, not really knowing what was needed or whatever. We were just like, look, we have no money, like nothing, so let's just do this. And in that sense, it was fine, because we didn't have any limitations on what could or couldn't be done with very little.
Delusion is
Yeah.
a really great thing sometimes.
Blissfully.
Yeah. So, what would we do different? You know what I mean? It's like, well, having a few more people with dedicated roles. Like, we need
Yeah.
a camera operator. We, so that the sound mixer can concentrate on booming. And, honestly, I don't know that I would have done anything different.
Yeah.
Not for this one, no.
Not for this one.
But what
you
it
know?
was a learning lesson for us for the next. So we've done like two since then.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so, and that was a year ago maybe. So what we've learned in the last 8 months is like it's light and day.
Nice.
So it's like watching. It's like, oh, okay. It's like a check-in to see like, oh, wait, we know how to fix that. We know how to do that now. But we also know the essential people that need to be there.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how we operate.
To
One
first
thing
time
I-
filmmakers, guys. Go ahead.
One thing I would say, so we had an issue with the sound. Apparently, what probably happened is the dialogue center channel, we delivered a 5.1 mix for the what's called a DCP, so it can be projected in a theater. And what most likely happened was our center channel and our LFE, low frequency sub-channel, got swapped. That's why the knock on the door at the end was so loud, because that was supposed to be in the low frequency channel, but it probably came out of the dialogue channel. So with that said, if I were going to submit another film to a festival, I would probably just deliver a stereo mix to ensure that it's gonna play no matter what, because you never know what can go wrong. And that's my thinking right now. It might change.
No, I think that's important actually, for you guys who are stepping up into the world of filmmaking and starting to make those films, is multiple options are great to have for a lot of things. Even when you're on set, shoot one more extra one just in case. Questions from the audience. Oh, I can see better this way. Yes, ma'am.
What was the most scary part about filming this? Like, what was your favorite part about filming it? I also kind of like noticed like the kid like also just like kind of like looking like you said, like listening, even though it didn't look like he was listening.
You can ask him. He's right there. He's right next to you.
Currently.
I did my feeling he might have been listening, but like still like it was a pretty hard conversation to listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're fueled and fired up, you know, you kind of don't, you kind of lose that. Yes, I see you.
Yeah, we're coming to you.
Okay.
Like,
Wait,
Hi.
when you film this, you film it on Colleen Street?
Ling Street.
On Queen Street.
That's where that's where my family lives.
Well, I hope we didn't use your house that we pulled up to.
We did the same thing over lockdown. We had to do, great tracking shot, because I know what it's like to hang out the side of a minivan with a key light.
Yeah.
And that was actually really well done.
And, to your question, the most scary thing, now, I don't know about as an actor.
favorite thing and most scary.
Okay.
Okay.
Heck up, damn our-
For me, the most favorite thing was watching Alyson and Hunter work. Because watching people who are so good at what they do bring that out, I had never experienced it actually in the room. And when I drove home that day, this is the first time I ever was part of making a film, I had such a good feeling, and I was like, I really, really enjoyed myself today. It was a long day, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm like, I like this. It gave me a feeling that I hadn't had in a long while. So that was the favorite thing. The scariest thing
So nice.
was burning out our host, who let us use their house, because they were shouting for hours. And I was like, oh my God, she's gonna have a nervous breakdown. She's up in her bedroom and she's like, oh, we'll just be a few hours. And you know how it goes.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
5 minutes.
I think my favorite part was riding the bike. I think that was my favorite part, because I grew up in Studio City, Sherman Oaks, and so I used to ride my bikes through those mean streets. And so doing it as an adult person, it was a nice shooting experience too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part right here.
Oh, that's good, JJ.
And
Old people can't do scooters.
No.
Hold on. You were about to say something.
well, thank you. We have a lot of friends in the audience supporting us. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for getting behind this. And yes, I'm heartbroken that, the music came on, like, okay, it sounds all right, cool. You hear the crickets, okay.
it's hard.
And then here comes and I'm like, I know she's rustling in the first, but maybe it's
Yeah.
just not coming up. And then my heart dropped when we had no dialogue channel. And I was like, oh my God. And you saw me run out of the theater. And
It's okay.
And I was just like, felt for Alyson so much because I'm just like, you know, but I'll say this. The first time I ever gambled, I was on a trip with my parents in Barbados. I was
No
in
gambling.
10th grade. I was in 10th grade, and they had slot machines in the hotel lobby, and you could bet, the smallest bet was a nickel, a Barbados nickel, which was like worth 1 cent US. And I put that nickel in there the very first time I ever pulled a slot machine handle.
Did you win?
And I hit 777s.
Oh my God.
Jackpot, right? All these coins start coming out. It was, you know, not a lot. It was like $25 US. But right then and there, I thought to myself, that's the last time that's ever going to happen in your life. You're never going to hit that like that. And so tonight, to have us, I wouldn't call it a fail, but it, you know, to have this issue with the sound, I said, well, it's only up from here. So
That's
there you
right.
go.
I also will. I need to end this, but I also want to give you guys credit too. It is a very good story that you have created and crafted and given us, and the fact that we could not hear the beginning of it, but we're not lost in what was going on.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is good storytelling. So well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.